Thank you for staying with us. It's now time to delve into the conversation for the day. Now, a child advocate group, the Center for Human Rights and Anti-Corruption Crusade, has faulted the Nigerian military for setting ablaze the vessel loaded with stolen crude oil, which was intercepted by operatives of the privately contracted pipeline surveillance team known as the Tantita Security Services. In a statement issued by its chairman, Board of Trustees, Alowi Cleric, and made available to journalists in Warri on Tuesday, the group said the military lacks the constitutional rights to set ablaze an intercepted crude-laden vessel as it was done on Monday. The group called for probe, noting that nothing rather than resorting to setting the vessel ablaze, as the military should have discharged the crude oil contents to the NNPC Limited and carry out further investigations into the matter. Now, joining us to discuss this and more is the political technocrat himself, Dr. Dayo Kayode, who joins us via the phone. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Samson. How are you today?
I'm all right, and you?
Fine. You know, in Yoruba, we greet ourselves differently. When rain has just finished falling, we say, "Echo Joyo."
Yes.
When sun is shining, Echo Romeo. Now it is election process in Nigeria. Echo election process in you.
Oh, okay. Well, happy campaign then. Okay, let's delve into this. Let me get your reaction first. When you heard that the Nigerian Navy set ablaze that vessel, what was your reaction?
Well, immediately I read that thing, I found myself into a cushion chair, so that I will not just collapse anyhow.
Okay.
Because it is nothing other than organized theft being covered up. Nothing other than organized theft that we have been having being covered up. Why do I say that? It is not today that such a thing has been happening all over the world. All over the world. And that is why the United Nations have anti-piracy team that monitors worldwide waters.
Okay.
Okay? And the international standard and best practices is that when a vessel that has committed or that has gone beyond the stipulated and regulated rules and regulations, such a vessel is to be apprehended.
Okay.
Capture all those crew there. Let's do proper investigation before necessary penalties are being meted out.
So are you suggesting that the military is culpable in all of this, as some people are already insinuating?
Those people already what?
Are you suggesting that the military is culpable in this crime? Because why the wastage? Some people are already insinuating that.
What I'm saying is this. Mine is to make my own contribution. So, and it is not for the listeners to decide whether the military are culpable or not. I don't want to make a categorical statement. Okay. What I'm saying is this. When that particular vessel was arrested, where are the crew? The crew of that particular vessel, where are they? 1, 2. Where are the particulars of that particular vessel? Well, it is the particulars of that vessel that you now use to trace everything about the vessel, including the owner, including where it's coming from, and including where it's going to. Where are those things? Now, who authorized the military Again, those people that also bought that particular vessel, they should be arrested and be investigated. Who directed them to do that? Because we have had the top military even telling us about government officials being involved in this stealing. And we now say that a particular big person is involved in this, and then so that such a person will not be exposed, is now being covered up through boarding of the vessel. Just as the Accountant General office was bought, immediately the supposed finance minister mentioned that the receipts were in his office, the receipt of the money spent on COVID-19 were in the office. So these are issues that we need to look at.
But Dr. Dai, it looks like these contracts awarded to Mpolo. Can you hear me?
You say what?
It looks like this contract awarded to Mpolo and his company, it looks like it's really paying off. Now, this is the second time they would be making some sort of revelation as regards oil theft.
When you are saying the contract given to Topolo is paying off, where did Topolo even emerge from? Has Topolo been involved in this kind of oil theft before or not? Who are his colleagues? So, what are we talking about?
So you're saying it shouldn't have even been awarded the contract in the first place?
Whether it's paying off, to what extent is it paying off? Can we also say that, look, even all this is exposing that maybe because the owners of those things are in the opposition. There are some people that, like Asari Dukubo and some others, that they were saying you cannot eat that in the food. You remember? So what are you talking about? How can you give such a humongous amount of money as contract to a single individual in this country? Of what? I mean, what temerity has he to be giving that? What kind of training?
Well, I believe there's a security outfit he's involved with, and so it's not just about him.
What training does he have? I mean, has he done such a thing before? What experience? Do we have others, even within that region, that can do it better, that can handle it professionally? Like this one that just happened now is a big loss to Nigeria. That was vessel, a big loss to Nigeria. For me, I didn't support federal government for giving such a big contract to somebody like Tompolo that we know is antecedent in this country. What are we saying? Are we now saying that such is antecedent? If anybody that engaged in such, it will pay off later. Is that what we are saying?
Okay.
I mean, it's just a kind of a distraction. I see it as a distraction to happenstances in the South region.
Okay, let's bring this conversation back home. If you are against the burning of that vessel by the Nigerian Navy after the arrest of the captain of the vessel and 7 other crew members, how would you have expected them to approach, the investigation into the vessel itself? Remember, it was converted from, it was converted to be able to even smuggle oil in the first place.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You have already arrested the crew members. Why don't you also put an embargo on the movement of that vessel? No other crew can go to that vessel to remove it, except the government or those that arrested the vessel. Why don't you conduct investigation and then let us know the big man behind that vessel? We need to know. We need to have names. It the cocaine bust in Crude.
Yes.
Going to as much as 290 something billion. So people are behind that. Where are those people? Mention their names. Now the case has died down. But in this thing now, the case is still go down. And tomorrow they will still do it. When we, a nation
Yes.
that is not ready for prosecution and punishing offenders is only perpetuating evil within that particular geospatial environment.
Okay.
Nothing more. Nothing more.
Okay. When you say the federal,
let them mention names.
when you say the federal government should mention names, let me come in here, please. When you say the federal government should mention names, we know quite well that this present administration is a bit reluctant in revealing names. I mean, we know we've had, you know, the same rhetoric of, we know the financiers of Boko Haram, we have the list.
Involved are within them, perhaps.
There's that's a possibility.
Most of them that are involved are within them.
That's a possibility. The question will be, is it just about naming names and shaming them, or rather going after them with the full force of the law in terms of prosecution? The federal government has stated over and over that they have, or they know the list of, they have the list of the financiers of Boko Haram, and we've not even seen the list, you know, released to the public or any prosecution, you know, going ahead in that regard. So if you say they should name names this time around, how does that change the status quo? How does that bring about the much needed reforms to this sector? Because it's still going to be, you know, cyclic, same of the same.
No, Samson,
Okay.
I'm not just saying name. I'm saying bring out their names.
Okay.
Get them prosecuted. And at the end of the day, let on them the necessary punitive measures.
Okay.
This is all I have been saying. Even as regards Boko Haram, that's what I have always been saying. I just giving you the quotation of the day. The quotation of the day when I said any nation that refuses to prosecute offenders and get them punished, we continue to perpetuate heinous activities within that geospatial environment.
Okay.
Do you understand? Are you also aware that there are speculations? I mean, it's all in the media.
Okay.
That it is you that is making me to say this, because you just mentioned this government, what they have been doing.
You have the floor.
They have been refusing to mention things. Listen, that about 100 Boko Haramis were released to bargain for those people, the remaining captives of ill-fated Kaduna train abductees. Are you also aware? I don't know whether you are able to read that on in the social media. It's there. So I'm talking about.
Realm of speculation.
I don't know their problem. So the middle is there. UAE.
Yes.
They gave us the names of the people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. You refuse to mention them. You yourself, you came out. You say all these broody shame people that they are in the broody shame sector or whatever. You refuse to see mention them. Okay, was it the chief of Naval Camp also that was talking about the bunkering that we are having in this country? Talking about government officials, you refuse to mention their names. Now look at this one now. You have not mentioned the names. Look at the cocaine catcher in Crude. You have not brought the person out. Now the case is even going down. Nobody is talking about it again.
So, Dr. Kayode, do you see the federal government responding to this civil advocate group? The civil advocate group is asking for a probe into this, this issue, the fact that they burnt that vessel. Do you see the federal government responding to the group?
Yeah. listening ears. No. Since when have some of us been advocating for prosecution of offenders? We did talk. The other leader of those that are terrorizing us was recently turbaned. In a village there in the north. We have security agencies there. Was that guy arrested? We all shouted, arrest the guy, this and that. What has happened? They will be telling you when you finish shouting, you keep quiet. Nigeria not kept quiet.
So are you saying this will be swept under the carpet?
Nigeria we only back without action.
So are you implying that this will be swept under the carpet and nothing will be done?
Nothing will be done. Mark it. Nothing. Those guys that were arrested, they will still release them. Who knows where they are keeping them? They are enjoying themselves where they are. Forget. They are all involved. They are all involved. I beg.
Well, that's quite sad.
Okay.
What when we have responsive government, and then people are also ready to put such a government in check, we ain't going to get to anywhere.
Okay, the arrested captain of the vessel and also disclosed that they were meant to, take the oil, the stolen oil to Tema in Ghana, and that's a new player. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay, that's a new player when it comes to the nations where our oil is being smuggled. In time past, you heard of Cameroon, Niger Republic, Equatorial Guinea, but Ghana. It looks like the net is widened in that regard. The question then will be, how do you think we can successfully curb the issue of oil theft in Nigeria? Because the likes of Cameroon, Niger Republic, you're looking at land borders and what have you. Ghana is now in the mix as well. It looks like we have more countries receiving these stolen products.
You see, Samson, I don't know how far you have been following the oil theft issue in this country.
Okay.
It has always been Ghana. It has always been Ghana. Very few.
Let me come in here, sorry. Let me come in quickly. But various reports and studies excluded Ghana. We've heard of Cameroon. I mean, you had DW, for example. I'm talking about Cameroon as at 2021. You've had Niger Republic, through the land borders and what have you. About 4 studies I'm conversant with have not mentioned Ghana. So it looks like Ghana is a relatively new player in this game.
No, the study is not right.
Okay.
That study is not right.
Okay.
Ghana has always been in the forefront. Ghana has always been in the forefront. As far back as me, I know. Because all this news, especially as gas oil theft, I have also been among those that have been in the forefront, fighting against it. And I have been involved in fighting against it as far back as maybe 2012, 13, thereabouts. And Ghana has always been involved. Ghana has always been involved. Let us ask the people that have been given contracts to be watching our pipelines.
Okay.
Go and ask them. They will tell you.
So how can we tackle this issue headlong? Because really it's not getting better from the look of things, and we keep having OPEC quota to meet up with. We have a budget that is going to run in 2023, which a benchmark has been put at 1.69 million barrels per day. Right now we're producing about 900,000 barrels per day. How do we meet up with this quota?
Yeah, you see, don't let us bring in the issue of budget as regards what we have there.
We're talking about that in relation with the oil theft issue we have on ground.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot even relate it to it because our budget, to what extent is it, to what extent can it be taken as being a serious budget?
How do you mean?
How many research has gone into it? And that is why we have always been having non-performing budgets, especially in the last 7 years. So then let us do that alone. Talking about how to stop all these oil thefts, and then meeting up with OPEC
quota.
OPEC standard, OPEC quota. I've said it, and I will mention it again. A nation that refuses to prosecute and punish its offenders will be perpetuating the Dastard Act. Not until when we are serious as a people to start arresting, prosecuting, and making the necessary punitive measures on these people, it will continue. That is one. Two, meeting up with OPEC quota. It is only when we are serious as a nation that we now put the round peg in the round hole. After doing that, ensuring that standards are met without necessarily thinking of self first. People there should abhor from their hedonistic tendencies and then put the national focus in the front burner. Put dividends of democracy in the front burner. Then we'll be able to meet whatever quota that is being given or being allocated to Nigeria as a nation.
Okay, that's a fine place to wrap up this conversation. Definitely would continue the conversation talking about electoral matters next, but that's after the short break. Please just stay with us.